NES was home to some real gems of adventure games. If you've seen my reviews of Uninvited or Déjà Vu, you know that I'm a huge fan of the MacVenture series on the beloved NES, but I feel those games are a happy medium between two extremes in the NES adventure game library. On the one hand, you have the more traditional point-and-click games like King's Quest V or Nightshade. Well, in a way, Nightshade, I guess, but on the other hand, there's this, a completely menu-based, no-cursor-inside adventure game on the NES. It's Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom on the Nintendo Entertainment System. You play as Sir Cucumber, a knight in King Broccoli's service. The evil Minister Pumpkin stole the valuable turnip emblem and kidnapped the king's daughter, Princess Tomato. The king passes away, but not before promising you the entire Salad Kingdom and his daughter's hand in marriage if you rescue her. While the plot is simple, it's the charm of the game that sets it apart. You are a walking, talking veggie knight interacting with other walking and talking veggie people in a rather humorous adventure. With fruit-shaped houses and evil hot peppers, Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom looks a little strange, and in a way kind of feels slightly childish. But trust me, it really isn't a childish game. You'll threaten people with fake grenades, blow up a banana monster, dig a child out of his corpse, not the common stuff that you would find in a kid's game. The interface is where the game goes into that other extreme of adventure games I talked about. All of the action takes place in this central window, with set commands that don't change on both sides of it. These commands do basically exactly what they say. Look examines the area, check examines specific items, you've all seen that before. Where Princess Tomato behaves differently than the MacVenture games, for example, is that you don't point and click at items in the window. Instead, you choose items to interact with from a list. So in a sense, there are a lot less things you can interact with than in Déjà Vu, for example, but this interface is rather easy to use and navigate and makes the game very accessible. Princess Tomato in a way kind of plays a lot like Snatcher with this kind of menu interface and a lack of a cursor. However, with that comes that tired mechanic in adventure games where you need to repeat actions many times before getting a result. Sir Cucumber will hit doors, check items, and consult his assistant Percy before finally moving forward in some occasions. Just like with Snatcher, some commands won't give you a hint that they're going to work, so only by trying them out of desperation for a third or fourth time do they actually yield any results. And by the way, Percy here has one of the scariest mug shots in video game history. I mean, this guy just looks weird. And at the end of each level, you have to look at this guy again while he tells you he lost some of your non-essential items of your inventory. This guy creeped me out as a kid, man. During your quest, you'll come across a few foes that need to be dispatched. The fight command engages you in a fun exchange of Finger Wars, a rock, paper, scissors based minigame. By hitting a direction on the D-pad, you choose either rock, paper, or scissors. Now you know how to play rock, paper, scissors, but this is where it gets different. After you've won, you've beaten him, you chose paper, he chose rock, for example, you have to guess which way your enemy is going to look. Just watching this, though, makes my neck hurt, and why is Percy doing all the fighting for you? Isn't this Sir Cucumber's quest? Either way, there are not that many of these finger battles, but they do break up small sections of the gameplay for a minute, but they're only mildly amusing when they do occur. The visuals in Princess Tomato are rather impressive and colorful and really help show the charm of the game world. And with a warm, happy-go-lucky atmosphere, this is a really hard game to put down. However, with the need to repeat commands with a few hints to show whether or not they're working or not, players may get a little frustrated with this crazy vegetable quest. But if you're looking for a colorful, charming adventure experience that's easy to pick up and get into, you owe it to yourself to check out Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom.